Conflict. It's one of those words that makes people tense up because most of us are wired to avoid it, fear it, or fight it. But conflict isn't just a two-way street, it's a multi-lane highway with lots of perspectives, emotions, and competing priorities. And here's the truth, conflict is inevitable in business, leadership, work, and life. If you're building something meaningful, you're going to run into disagreements. The question is not whether conflict will happen, it's how you're going to handle it when it does. You see, conflict, when left unmanaged, can ruin relationships, destroy trust, and derail progress. But conflict that is recognized, managed, and navigated with skill can actually strengthen bonds and sharpen teams. It's about perspective. Conflict doesn't always mean chaos. Sometimes it's simply passion colliding in different directions. One of the biggest mistakes people make is treating conflict like a zero-sum game. You see, if one person wins, the other must lose. No, but real leadership requires a different view. Conflict can be win-win when handled with intentionality. It's about seeking understanding, not just victory. It's about listening as much as you speak and separating people from the problem. The best way forward in conflict is to set clear expectations before it actually arises. Agreements, protocols, and mutual commitments help teams and people frame disagreements in a healthy way. For example, when conflict arises, we will address it directly, respectfully, and with the goal of resolution, not destruction. That kind of clarity makes conflict less about egos and more about solutions. Remember, being good at conflict is not about avoiding emotions. It's actually about managing them. It takes empathy to hear someone's pain, resilience to stay calm, and courage to speak the truth without malice. When done right, conflict can actually transform tension into trust and problems into progress. All right, here's 3 gems to help you with conflict. Number 1, separate the person from the problem. Don't make the conflict about the individual. Focus on the issue at hand. Attack the problem, not the person. Number 2, set agreements beforehand. Healthy teams and relationships thrive when they know how they'll handle conflict in advance. Create protocols and commitments that guide behavior before and when tension rises. And number 3, transform, don't avoid. Conflict can be uncomfortable, sure, but it can also be a catalyst for growth. Lean into it with empathy and courage, and you'll often walk away much stronger than you were before. You know, conflict doesn't have to be a battlefield. It can be a classroom, a mirror, and even a bridge. The leaders who win are the ones who recognize conflict as inevitable, who prepare for it with protocols, and who show up with the temperament to handle it well. Don't run from conflict. Don't fight to win at all costs. Instead, commit to managing it in a way that preserves relationships, builds trust, and unlocks growth. Conflict can ruin or it can refine. The choice is yours. By the way, let me give a shout out to Ryan Dunlap and his phenomenal work through Conflict-ish and his book, How to Untie a Balloon. Ryan has an incredible perspective on how to turn conflict into connection, and I highly recommend following him on Instagram and read this book yourself. On that note, boss up and carpe momentum.